guys, and welcome back to East County Garage. Today I'm in the Cherokee with Nick, and as you can see, we are on our way right now to a machine shop. Because I'm putting on a new clutch on the 3, it just makes sense to have the flywheel machine. I was gonna do the ghetto thing that Kyle did at first and have it sanded, but really that's not legit at all, and does not give you the results you need. So I'm gonna go the legit way, pay the 50 bucks, which is really not that much, and just get it done in a machine shop. So that's where we are on our way right now. How you doing today, Nick?
Alright.
You smell that? It smells very like gasoline.
I just thought that was my car.
Yeah, I don't think it's the Cherokee. But we're on our way up right now. We're gonna get some food, and then once we're all back, we are gonna continue grinding and working on the 3. So should be a pretty chill day overall. We're just kind of prepping the motor to go, and still we're down to the last 2 things before we can throw that back in. So I'm pretty hyped. So we just dropped off the flywheel, and actually right over here there's a Lotus Elan, which, if you guys don't know, is one of the cars that the Miata was like very heavily based off of. And it's crazy to see that it's like so much smaller than a Miata, which, I mean, how? Dude, that interior is so dope. That's really cool, dude, the center exit exhaust. I've seen Elans before, but never actually in person, so it's kind of crazy to just see the... I mean, I didn't realize the Miata was so much bigger than an Elan either. Like, how is that even possible, dude? That's pretty dope, though. We're looking for food, and we found your boy, Luciano's, eh? Hey, I mean, only 3 stars, though. How many stars? I mean, he's not your favorite. How many? 3 stars for Luke.
It's justified.
Flywheel's done. Flywheel's done. Let's go get it. Okay, so we just got back from the machine shop, and only being 52 bucks and taking like, what was that, like an hour maybe?
Yeah.
So
1 trip to Party City later.
Yeah, 1 trip to Islands and Party City later. So I'm pretty hyped about that. It saved me a lot of time, and it's being done the right way instead of being ghetto like Kyle did and sanding it. So I actually didn't need this for today specifically, but this is one of the things that was on the list. As you can see, we're here back on the side of my house where we do all of the car things. Here on the trash cans. Quality. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get to the flywheel the way the motor is right now. I know Chewy's gonna come and help us later, but this was just one of the things on the list that I've been meaning to take care of and haven't had a chance until now. So I'm glad it's out of the way. I'm probably gonna throw it into my room or into the 3 for a while. Alright guys, so this is the 2.5. It's out of the driveway now. So here we've got the old flywheel from the 2.5. Now we're using the 2.3 flywheel, which is the one we just had refinished or resurfaced. But today I think what we're gonna try and do, we need to get this timing cover off. They're different between the 2 cars. So on the 2004 and 2005, I know there's more differences than the 2006 if you're swapping in the 2.5. I can't remember everything we need to swap over right now, so I am gonna need to double check the guide. From what I'm remembering right now, we actually don't need to move over a sensor or anything for timing. I know that the timing wheel on the cams and everything is the same on the 2006 as it is on the 2011 Fusion. In the guide, I know it says we need to retime the motor, but I can't figure out why we would need to do that if we're not swapping anything over that's different. If it's not out of time, I don't know why we would need to put it in time. So I'm gonna double check on that before we do anything. But I do know that the timing covers are different. So at the very least, we're gonna start and just get into it and take off these pulleys again and figure out which ones are which. I have the remainder of them over here by the 2.3 under this tarp. But if I'm remembering correctly, all the ones that are sitting over here, because this is where the 2.5 was, this should be the stuff from the 2.5 and these should be the 2.3 ones that we put on, but I'm gonna double check. I don't want to have any issues and just immediately snap a belt when we try and start it. So that's what we're doing right now. How are you doing today, Nick?
Okay, dude. Got a cough.
Yeah, cough again and see if it sounds normal. See, that sounds bad, Nick. Do you have tuberculosis? Dude, I don't...
Send me a text about it.
I wish you would have told me about your tuberculosis before we went to Islands and the machine shop.
I mean, you heard me.
Not till we got back.
Okay. Stop filming.
So all the tools we've been like keeping in the back of the 3 and many things have gotten lost. So the only 10 I have left now is the giant 1/2-inch drive, which is a little bit excessive for taking off tiny little bolts for a pulley, but it works. Alright, so now we've got the timing cover off of the 2.5, real nice, but now we gotta get it off of the 2.3. I don't remember doing this, but it looks like we actually took all the bolts and stuff off. I'm not sure if the motor mount needs to come off or not. I'm imagining it bolts in further than just the timing cover, so actually I have a reference point right here. Yeah, so the motor mount will have to come off, but I believe after that's off, we'll be able to take this one off, and then after that, really all we need to do is double check the timing and whether or not I actually need to do that, swap over the timing covers, throw the pulleys back on, and after that, it's ready to go in the car. So I'm very excited at this point. It's nice to be making progress again. I'm really glad my neighbor's letting me use his driveway. Like, that's seriously a lifesaver. Shout out to Bill. If he used social media, I would plug Bill. So we're just gonna pretty much replicate the process you saw, wiggling things, trying to get it off. This motor is a little bit different to work with because it's on the ground on its side, but it shouldn't be too big of an issue. Taking the motor mount off, taking this timing cover off, and we're Gucci. So after looking at this closely again, checking the guide, we actually don't have to time this like I thought we did. On the 04 and 05 model years, you have to, you actually have to replace one of the cams, and we do not have to do that for this swap because mine's an 06, and it's actually the exact same as the 2011 Ford Fusion, which is the new motor, which means that, I like how I was looking at this one the whole time when this is the one that's actually the new one. It's very confusing, they're very similar. This is the new one. But we actually don't have to time this because we're not changing the timing, you know, it's still in time. We haven't taken any of the cams off. We haven't done anything to get it out of time. So really now it's just a matter of switching over the timing covers and starting to reassemble it. I am gonna like triple check with that before we really go into it and start digging it again, but I can't really think of a reason we would have to because, you know, the chain is where it is. We haven't changed any of that. So I'm really hyped because that's one of those things that in theory doesn't take very long, but then when we try and do it, it takes like days. And that's just how the ECG luck goes. So right now, the tuberculosis is kicking in, dude. Okay, so there's much confusion, but we're taking a break, getting some pizza and some Stromboli action here. So we're still a little bit unclear, but I think we have a good understanding now. We don't need to time the motor, but we still need some timing tools, but it's not very intense. And the guides are like all forum posts by people who type them from their phones, so it's difficult.
And draw them from their phones.
Yeah, the diagram, there's like a Ford diagram that's just terrible, but pretty much what we think is the deal is to put the crankshaft pulley on, it has to be at top dead center when you put it in, and we need a new crankshaft pulley bolt and washer. So we're gonna go to AutoZone after this, I think, and see if they have all those things. I'm not sure if they'll have something that specific, but they might. Yeah, apparently it's the same for most Fords, so maybe they'll have it, but pretty much we need 2 bolts, one that goes into the side of the block and it goes in and hits top dead center, or it hits the crankshaft pulley and it stops it at top dead center, and then one that goes in through the pulley itself. The little bolt hole as it's described in the guide.
Very clearly.
Very clearly. Either way, apparently that stops everything at top dead center. It's really, unless I'm understanding it wrong, it's just a very overcomplication of the fact that it just has to be at top dead center when you put it on. So, we're gonna eat, we're gonna take it easy and try not to stress for a couple minutes at least, and then we'll get back into it, run to AutoZone, and hopefully they have all that stuff. So, AutoZone did not have the crankshaft bolts, so we're gonna go and try O'Reilly's, but they also may or may not have had the timing pin tool things. They had some stuff that looked very similar but not exact, and it was like a Ford/Mazda thing, so yeah, the same motors, which makes sense, but it said like 06 to 09 Fusion. And I mean, it is just a tool, so maybe it would still be the same and maybe the box is just old or something, but at the same time, it didn't look exact, but the diagram's not great either, so honestly at this point, who knows, we're just guessing. So we're gonna run to O'Reilly. We'll see if we have better luck there. I'm hoping we do. So, that's a no. I hope the Ford dealership is still open. There's one right around the corner. 5 minutes. We missed it by 5 minutes. And they're closed. So, I'm pretty sure they would have the timing pins and the bolt. And it would obviously be the right one if it's coming from Ford. So I don't think I want to deal with the AutoZone one. So I guess tonight we'll go and cover everything up, clean everything, and we'll just chill for the rest of tonight, and then we'll continue tomorrow. Alright guys, so look who stopped in. It's your boy Kyle, who we have not seen in a while. As you guys know, Kyle has not been in the videos for a while. He's actually not dead despite the RIP Kyle memes, but RIP Kyle. Tell us what you've been up to, Kyle.
I got a new job, so I'm just working a lot.
Constantly.
And our new job improves a lot of overtime. So.
Yeah, so Kyle here is working a lot, and he's also saving up for another car because the Miata is... Give us a tour of the things wrong with the Miata real quick, Kyle.
Everything.
Yeah, but how many, let's check your mileage right now. Your accurate mileage. There's some like package right under your car, I don't know if that's yours. Okay, so 249,800
or something.
847. So, yeah, Kyle's got a decent...
It's running pretty well for the mileage.
Yeah,
but.
Yeah. He goes through more oil than a rotary though.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a problem. You know, it's on its way out motor-wise, you know, so there's only so much you can really do without a rebel or anything, but when it's the only car, it's kind of a pain. He does have the motorcycle, but... I'm
gonna sell that.
Yeah.
Buy another car.
Yeah, because car is life. If you guys never played this game, Simpsons Hit and Run. Did you even have a childhood? This is the ultimate game for like 90s kids whose parents wouldn't buy them Grand Theft Auto. It's like one of those GTA clones, but Simpsons-y. That's so fun. So Nick got a PS2, so we've been playing PS2 games recently. How you doing, Nick? You gonna lose again?
I'm getting frustrated.
This game is... he just drove off the thing. What do you do now?
I don't know what happens now.
We'll go see. Oh, he's back. He's back up. Great. Alright guys, we are bringing it back home, which means this is the end of this video. Just got home from Nick's house and I'm super tired, so I'm just gonna end it here. We got a lot done today and we're gonna continue tomorrow. As soon as I'm off work at noon, we're gonna get right back out there and keep working on the car. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one.